Hey there, and happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to Carline Conversations. I am Kelly Williams, lifestyle management coach. And as you can see, I am not situated in the spot that I normally am for Carline Conversations because I'm not driving. I have my driver. Say hi, driver.
Hello.
Yay! So on Fridays, I when I left my 9 to 5 working for my local health department here in the Cleveland, Ohio area. When I left my 9 to 5, I said I was going to be off on Fridays, and that lasted for like 2 Fridays. And then I've just been busy, and then was travel and holidays and things like that. But one of the things that I will be so different, y'all. I will be back to being off on Fridays. And when I say off, it just means only showing up for the Good Morning Kingdom Coaches show, showing up for you all. But the rest of the time, I'm going to be spending with my husband, hopefully. All righty. So that we can just spend some time together. And hey there, Kim Angela. So good to see you. Thanks so much for joining in on Carline Conversations. We're about to get started in just one moment. And I do realize I'm just like a little bit late, but we're going to breeze through this today. I do want to thank the sponsor, Impeccable Impact Mentorship Community, which launched yesterday, December 1st. And just so godly excited for what's going to be taking place in that community. So if you're interested in being a part of a group of like-minded, kingdom-driven entrepreneurs, coaches, but other types of entrepreneurs as well, that might be something you want to look into. Please make sure that you tap into the link that's in the caption here so that you can learn more about it if you would like. All right. So today we are continuing on with our series of the 4 essential things that you need in your kingdom coaching business. And for the sake of time, I'm not going to go through what we've talked about and what the keys are, but we are talking about offers this today. All right. So we are on part 14. Listen, part 14. So I anticipate this is going to be a 20-part series. Now, if you are joining me live, well, not even live, but if you've been trekking along with me, this is also on YouTube under the live tab. So you can check out all the previous editions, videos, lives over on YouTube as well. They are housed over there as well as here on LinkedIn. Okay. All right, y'all. So let's go. We're talking about group coaching for a profitable offer. All right. So we've talked about the other ones. Yesterday was one-on-one coaching. Today is group coaching. Now let me tell you why it's important to create a group coaching program. Now I'm on my iPad. I went into a document that I have that I did last year. I'm speaking directly from that. This was part of something that I talked about in my kingdom coaching business. Yeah, I do talk about it in my business, but I talked about it in my Facebook group. And so I created a document which is housed over there in the guide section. Okay. And I'm going directly from that. Hey, Janelle, I made it. I made it. Yes. Janelle and I earlier in the day were talking about my podcast. Listen, I'm shameless plugs all over the place. Facebook group, podcast, Good Morning Kingdom Coaches show, YouTube. Listen, but we were talking about my podcast, and I told her I wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to come today because of hanging out with this guy right here. But it looks like I was able to come. But we're talking about why it's important to have a group coaching program. Well, I shouldn't say why it's important. It should be something that you would consider adding as a service to your coaching business. But let's go for it. Again, this guide is available to you in my Facebook group, which you can access all of that. There are ways that you can get into the group. But why create a coaching group as an offer? Well, it offers lower entry for your client. So if there's a client that really wants to work with you and they can't work with you one-on-one, but they can work with you in a group setting, it offers them and affords them the opportunity to get in for a lower rate. Okay. So one-on-one, because your time, you will not ever be able to get back. It is worth so much. One-on-one is going to cost a lot for them, but group coaching is a more affordable way for them to get your coaching for a lower rate. It also is more profitable for you as a coach. So imagine doing a coaching program, running a quarterly coaching group. I'm just throwing this out there, a quarterly coaching group. You have 10 women you have 10 women and you're $5,000 for 10 women. That's $50,000 a quarter. Is that right?
Yeah. 5 women. I mean, 10.
That's $5,000 a quarter.
You said 500? Yes.
5,000. No, that's 50. Listen. We talked about this yesterday. It's after 2:00. It's after 2:00. It's after 2:00. Okay. $50,000 a quarter. If you're doing $50,000 a quarter, you are beyond, listen, you're beyond those $10,000 months. I'm just saying, okay? So it's more profitable for you as a coach to have a group coaching program. Listen, listen, let me stop saying that. Okay. I'm going to stop saying that. I'm going to start declaring that after 2:00, I am a beast with the numbers and the money. Okay. I'm going to change my testimony. All right. Okay. The third reason why a group coaching program is good is because it gives your client a team feel. It feels good to be a part of a team. It feels good to root for other people. It feels good to be cheered on by other people. So it gives them that collaborative feeling. It also offers greater accountability. So now as a coach, you're not having to be the only one holding the client accountable. Your client is now going to be accountable to all the other people in the group who heard them the month or the week before talking about, hey, I'm going to do this, and that. They're going to be there. There's a greater level of accountability that takes place in a group coaching setting. Also, the connections and the collaborations. I know that my groups have resulted in several tight-knit friendships now. Okay. Also diverse opinions and thoughts. So it's good to have a different perspective. I don't have time right now to go into how I used to get, I was intimidated because I knew that I thought differently and people didn't know how to manage that. And I just remember what it felt like, but there is gold in that. And if you are a coach that is able to recognize that somebody's different perspective, not going with the rest of the crowd, their different perspective, that there might be some value in that, and bring that out and help them feel really good about that, you got a customer for life. You got a client for life. And then the last thing is it offers different solutions. So as a coach, listen, it might be 7, 8 o'clock at night, and you might be thinking, I have nothing. I'm tapped out. I've been coaching all day. I've had clients and now I got the group. Okay. But you get on the coaching call with your group and, you as a coach, now you are the facilitator of multiple solutions that your client or clients can have and hear and touch base with God and say, hey, I heard that coach such and such said this, and coach Stacy said that, and coach Kim said that, and coach Michelle said that. Okay, God, what do you want from me? And he might say none of that, or he might say take an element from this, take an element from that. Listen, it provides a much better solution for your client. Okay. So those are some reasons why you should have it. Now, I want you to think about these things too as you consider offering a group coaching program. Now, mind you, I am going directly from what I have in this guide that you can tap into that's available in my Facebook group. All right. So I want you to ask yourself these questions. What are the results you're looking to achieve for the client? Of course, you got to have that transformation. We talked about that early on. You have to know what that is. You have to know what the overall goals are for you bringing everybody together. All right. Not only the result for the client, but what is the result for you? How much money do you want to make? How much money do you want to make? Do you want to have a $100,000 coaching program? Group program? Do you want to have a $50,000 program? Is 30,000 enough for you? Is 10,000 enough for you? Whatever that is, know what that is so that you know how to move forward with all the other elements that are going to go into filling up that group program. How much time do you want to devote? Do you want this to be a weekly thing, a monthly thing? How much time do you want to devote? And not just how often do you want to meet with the people, but how much time is going to go into the back end of that as well. Now, I will tell you this, the higher the investment of the group, the more that goes into the back end. Okay. I'm just saying that. Again, what is the investment? So now that you've determined the time, now that you've determined how much what you want to offer in this group coaching program, how much is it going to cost? Again, it's going to be completely up to you, but I don't want you to sell yourself short trying to get the sale. Don't sell yourself short trying to get the sale. I repeated that. That's a note to myself that I need to tweet that later. Don't ever sell yourself short trying to get the sale. Can I get an amen? Alrighty. And then the last thing is you do need to consider your marketing. All right. So how are you going to market this? Where are you going to market this? Are you going to invest money in marketing it? Okay. Are you going to offer some incentives for people that are in your space to market it for you? Okay. All right. So consider those things. Now let's talk about some group highlights. Okay. Some things that are really, really good to have in your group coaching program, which is a great way to even enter the coaching space. Let me just pause for a moment before we say that. Let me see how much time we have. Okay, just a few more moments. Before we talk about that, I do want to let you know it is definitely a myth that you cannot start coaching. You can't have a coaching group without doing one-on-one coaching first. That is absolutely a myth. Okay. You can start out with a group coaching program and then evolve into one-on-one coaching. You absolutely can. And I'm going to tell you why you can, because a lot of people have already been doing it, especially if you're in the ministry space and you've been a leader or you've been a facilitator for a small group or something like that. You've been leading groups. You've already been doing it. Now you're just going to do it for pay or in a setting where that is not in church. Okay. Or it could be church. It could be church. I'm just saying. So I want to let you know that you do not have to have been a coach for many years coaching one-on-one before you start that group coaching program. I'm just saying. Okay. All right. So let's talk about some group highlights. The group, in my opinion, should always be recorded unless there is some very sensitive subject matter and you're like, you know what? We're not recording this. Okay. But use that because you can always use the content. Listen. Now is not the time for this, but there is so much gold in the recording. All right. Consider having worksheets or a workbook at some point or something to offer them a supplement in the program. And I'm talking about like if this is like a 6-week, an 8-week, a 10-week, or a 12-week type situation. All righty. Make sure that you're utilizing your framework and your methodology. Okay. Offer one-on-one time, offer access to your to the participants to some degree. Okay. Make sure that you're offering access. Give them the opportunity to see what it's like to work with you one-on-one. Okay. All righty. Don't forget to do the check-ins and celebrations. I always start, I have a income accelerator, which actually is ending. We've been together for a year and it's going to be ending this month. But my income accelerator, I always start off, what are we celebrating? What are we celebrating? We always want to make sure that we celebrate what has taken place since the last time we met. Give an opportunity for your participants to feel loved, to feel served, to feel heard, to feel poured into. All right. Because this is what's going to happen. Depending on how you set up your group, either they're going to want to continue on with you or they're going to want to tell people what the experience was like. So you want them to have that warm and fuzzy feeling. I offer a money back guarantee. I do. I offer a money back guarantee. So this is what I say. If I see that you have been really putting forth the effort and nothing happened, like zero happened. Your follower count didn't increase. You didn't set up any systems. Nothing happened. Then yeah, we can talk about you getting a refund, but nobody's ever asked me for a refund because when applied, my coaching techniques work. When applied, some people don't apply them. I can't help you with that. And then always be considering what's next. So when you have a group, what's next? Is there another group? Is there a membership? Is there a one-on-one option? What is going to be next so that you can stay in community with them? The other thing that could be next for them is an opportunity for them to make money as a result of supporting you and helping you. And then that is like an affiliate or an ambassador program, which we will be talking about next week. Alrighty. So I did go a little bit long and I came in a little bit late, but I want to thank you guys so much for tapping in. And so today we've talked about offers and group coaching. Now, I will say this. Many coaches offer a hybrid model. She's not on today. She's not watching today, but there's a coach in my community named Coach Letitia Tate. She is the love coach. She has an amazing, awesome hybrid model that God gave to her. And I just love how she operates in her business with her group, individual coach, like the hybrid method. It works really, really well for her. Another, you know what? I was going to move on next week, but we do have more offers to talk about. So next week we'll talk about more offers, but and I think I'll talk more about the hybrid mom. Maybe I can see if I can get her to join me. I'll see if I can, because I love what she did. And you don't have to do what she did, but there, you know, you can do some variation of it, and God will, if you know me, I'm gonna say take it all to him and let him share with you if it's a no or if it's a yes, which way to go for your group coaching program. Alrighty. So prayerfully this sufficed. And I want to thank Janelle. She said, let me see. Oh, so she was talking about the podcast. Listen. Yes. Okay. Listen. So I am reviving my podcast. Okay. And I'm excited. And so new episodes are going to be dropping not next week, but the following week. I got to do some stuff on the back end, but the following week. And so I mentioned something about it and Janelle got excited. So I sent her the link for the old episodes, the last 2 seasons. Y'all, I got about like 45 episodes of the Chica Life podcast. So check that out everywhere. The Chica Life podcast on Spotify and iTunes, and or is it called on iTunes? Apple Podcast, and like all the podcast places. All right. So I really did go long today. I want to thank the Impeccable Impact Mentorship community for sponsoring this. If you want more information about being connected with an amazing, awesome group of kingdom-driven coaches and entrepreneurs, check that out. You can go to impeccableimpact.coach. Yes. Got its own website. Alrighty. And check the video out that's over there as well. So anyways, y'all, blessings to you. Have an amazing rest of your weekend, and I will see you all later. Adios.
We got to go in.